Introducing our safeties will be our special teams coordinator and our secondary coach, Taylor Logsdon. Please give him a round of applause.
Coach Cross is always a hard act to follow. I'm going to try my best up here. If I could get the safeties and then our resident kicker, go ahead and come up to the front for me. Come on, Pedro. Pedro just got back from a soccer game today. They won 1-0 is what I hear.
Nice.
All right, so these guys up here, like Coach Cross said, I'm the special teams coordinator, also the safeties coach. Could not have asked for a better group of kids to coach than these guys standing up here in front of you right now. Hardworking, talented, and overall just a joy to be around every day. Never a dull moment with these guys up here. We ask a lot out of these safeties. You know, we ask them to, they're kind of our last line of defense, prevent the big plays. We also ask them to come down and play in the box with the big boys every now and then, and they do an extremely good job of all that. Everybody in our district, everybody in the area, really, they have dynamic skill kids. It's a really talented district that we play in. So each week, these guys were put to the test each and every week, and they rose to the occasion every week. As a coach, you know, you really want to see improvement as the season goes on. I don't know if I've been part of a group that has improved more from the beginning of the season to where we finished the season than these guys right here. That's truly a testament to their work ethic, and they're coming to compete at practice each and every single day. These guys brought it. As a defense, we take a lot of pride. We put a lot of emphasis on taking the ball away from our opponents. And these guys right here were a big part of a defense that led the district in takeaways and also finished the year with the district-leading 15 interceptions. That's a pretty big deal. That's something we're pretty proud about. So starting off, we have one underclassman up here. I'm going to start with him. It's junior Alec'zander Townsley. He was second team all-district. Like Coach Cross said, you know, whenever we meet and talk in the spring, we try to find guys to maximize the potential in our team. Alec was a guy that we got from offense. Immediately, he made our team better. Honestly, that's the toughest 137-pound kid that I've ever seen right there. He comes down and plays linebacker. He makes plays on the back end at the line of scrimmage. Everything that we could ask for. So excited to have him back next year. Alec'zander Townsley. All right, next we have senior Gabe Bolden. Gabe's been introduced a couple times already tonight. Second team academic all-state and also academic all-district. Gabe, for those of you that have been around, he is the definition of an OG. Gabe's been here since day one when this place opened up. Gabe has played all kind of positions on the football field. He's a really versatile athlete. Gabe's played linebacker, he's played receiver, he's played a little bit of corner in practice. And finally, I told Coach Cross, I said, hey, I need Gabe Bolden to come play safety. One of the smartest things I've done. Couldn't have done this thing without Gabe. Those of you that know Gabe, you know, he has a real cool, calm demeanor. If you don't know him, you think he's sad all the time. That's just how he is. I'll tell you, as a coach, I appreciate it. I told Gabe all the time, Gabe keeps me sane. All the chaos that goes on during games and practice, Gabe would always look at me and be like, Coach, it's going to be okay. And I appreciate that. I really do. Gabe's done everything that we've ever asked since he's been here at Glenn. He's a great teammate. He cares about each and every one of his teammates in here. He's the kind of kid that everybody wants on their team, honestly. Gabe's a mature kid, smart kid. Gabe Bolden's going to do great things in life. We're going to miss him a whole lot next year. Don't know how we're going to do it without him, but we'll figure it out. Gabe Bolden. All right. Next up, we have senior Noah Holmes. Noah was a unanimous first-team all-district selection at safety. First time I met Noah, He was a little skinny, bald-headed sophomore. He was goofy, he was loud. I said, man, who is this kid? Noah didn't know a whole lot about football. He was a basketball player. We worked, we got him out here. Since he's been in our program, he's worked extremely hard. Funny story about Noah. A couple years ago in the summer, I was on him about getting up here in the summer. You need to be up here for workouts, and I pick him up. Well, I got there one morning, and Noah didn't wake up. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to teach Noah a lesson today. So I sat outside, and then I left. I came to school. I said, I'll get on Noah tomorrow because he wasn't here today. And we got outside, we started stretching, and all of a sudden I see somebody running through the parking lot. And sure enough, here comes Noah Holmes. He decided to jog about 1.5 miles from his house, and he still made it to workouts. That story, that's Noah. Noah does things his own way. That's who he is, that's how he operates. But he's worked extremely hard. He's turned himself into an exceptional football player. Noah was a force for us back there. He had 3 interceptions this year. He's a big deterrent against the team's passing games back in the middle of the field for us. Noah, if you know him, he has a big, infectious personality. He's a natural leader. People want to follow Noah, and he does a great job of setting a good example for those people. You know, practice is going to be a lot different for me next year, not having Noah telling me jokes and dancing in between plays. I'm going to miss him a lot. I really am. But the most rewarding thing for me as a coach is being able to see Noah grow into the young man that he has, the maturity that he's developed these last couple years. I mean, he's a great young man. If you don't know him, you should get to know him because he's going to do great things in his future. Noah Holmes. All right, and last but not least, Mr. Pedro Soto. A couple years ago, you know, when we first started, we had a very young football team. It's hard to find kickers, it really is. So we did some recruiting in the soccer period, and we said, hey, you know, come out here and kick. And we had a couple kids come out and kick, and none of them were as good as Pedro, and none of them wanted to stick around like Pedro. Pedro has honestly done myself and our entire football team a huge favor by coming out and kicking for us. Pedro, he knew nothing about football when he came out. I remember the first day he came out to practice, I was like, all right, you know, let's try an onside kick. And Pedro just looked at me and I was like, my fault, okay, here's my onside kick. So everything that Pedro's done, it's because he did it as a favor for us, and that speaks a lot to the type of human being that he is. He's an outstanding young man. Every good high school football team has a good, reliable kicker. Pedro is the definition of that. He pretty much automatic on extra points for us, did everything that we ever asked him to do. Pedro's the homecoming king. He is one of the most charismatic, cool is how I would describe Pedro Soto. Charismatic, one of the most talented kids that I've been around. Pedro Soto is going to be very successful in life, so give it up for Pedro.